The PlayStation 4 released back in late 2013. Now, let me give you guys a backstory of my PS4 experience. Now, mind you, I purchased my PlayStation 4 like near the end of 2013, near Christmas time that year, just after the initial release date of this console. Now, during that time, I was much younger, and I had literally no friends on that console. Everyone that I played with were still on the PlayStation 3 platform, so not a lot of my friends have moved over from that point. Alongside this, PlayStation 4 was the first PlayStation console to have a paid subscription to play online games with. That obviously continued forward with the same way on the PlayStation 5, as if you wanted to play select online games, you need to make sure that you had a PlayStation Plus membership to do so. And that was pretty unfortunate. I was much younger, and at that time, economically, it didn't really make sense to purchase a $60 yearly membership. Obviously, now that is over doubled the price for that subscription, which is unfortunate again, but that's just the economy that we do live in these days, especially North America. So it is much more expensive to own and play, at least online, as a multiplayer experience console for the PlayStation 5, as well as even looking back at the PlayStation 4 console. So like I said, I didn't really have many friends playing on that console. Alongside that, there wasn't a great library on the PlayStation 4 as of yet. I purchased The Last of Us Remastered, the first Last of Us Remastered, that is the bundle with the PlayStation 4, the original one. At that time as well, you actually get a free redeemable code for $10 on your PSN wallet credits, which made the console experience a little bit more relieving in that sense, that you can purchase maybe a few add-ons. At the time, I was a big fan of FIFA and the Ultimate Team sector and playing sports games, so I really did enjoy that to use it for a quick add-on. But with the PS4, I really did enjoy the hardware, and the controller was a very good upgrade, as the PS3 controller was probably one of the worst controllers, in my personal opinion, designed on any game console. It was just really cheap and very tiny. I didn't really like it, as it didn't really fit my hands perfectly, I would say. And I think the PS4 controller, the DualShock 4, was a big jump from the DualShock 3. But even nowadays, with the PlayStation 4 Pro and the PS4 itself, if you do live in a country such as maybe in Asia, like I know a lot of my cousins and friends in India have a console there like the PlayStation 4 and have a lot of fun with it. With the PS4, you can modify it, jailbreak it, and load multiple games on it, which is very cool if you want to, play it offline, like story games such as GTA 5, Metal Gear Solid, or even Ghost of Tsushima. A lot of AAA titles are still on that platform, even in 2024. It's been over a decade since the PlayStation 4 has released, and even till this day, they're supporting it very nicely, with all the new titles basically being on the PS4 alongside the PS5. There's only certain like Sony exclusive titles which are new that are now going to be only made for the PS5 because of the hardware and time constrictions from the back-end company themselves. But even in 2024, you can have a lot of fun if you purchase a PS4 at a reasonable price, that is. But with the PS5 and how cheap they are getting day by day, it is making the PS4 much more of an obsolete console. If you take in, the PlayStation 5 can play about 99% of the PS4 games, whether that's through the disc version or if you have the digital version already linked on your PS4 account license, which makes it much more easier to just download games and play them on a upscaled, maybe even a higher frame rate on your PS5 console. Alongside this, you get 4K capabilities with your PS5 console, and you can only get that with select games on the PS4 Pro, which makes it a much harder sell for the PlayStation 4 console going into this whole year. Now, with this whole console generation, the 8th generation gaming, and how amazing the library is, even if you do get a very good bundle on sale with a lot of physical media or a lot of physical discs that come with your PlayStation 4, if you're looking for a reliable console, the PS4 Slim and the PS4 Pro are going to be a great bet for you. Unfortunately, the PS4, the standard version, has really become a not buyable machine, at least if it's not a new one. Reason being is they come with a lot of hardware problems like the HDMI port. We also see that with the brand new PS5 consoles that came out in 2020. a lot of the internal specs will die down eventually, as it is a older console. So if you are still looking in the market for a PS4 and you want to buy it for like sub $150, then you can still go ahead and do so. But also comparing it to like a PS5, even a new PS5 these days costs about 350 US dollars, which is definitely not a bad price for a console. You know, if you live in Asia or if you live in some European countries where it's still very difficult to purchase a PS5 because of the duties and tariffs in your country, then I would definitely recommend to lean towards the PS4, maybe a pre-owned one with a lot of games. Then you'll have a lot of fun with that. But in terms of like going future proofing that console, I would definitely state against it. Now that's been it for today's video. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, be sure to leave it in the comment section down below. Now it's been your boy Optage. I'll be catching you guys all in my next one. Goodbye.